In life, some things are meant to be, and some things just aren't. The Dallas Cowboys and the Oakland/LA/Las Vegas Raiders are two of the most storied and most successful franchises in NFL history. From 1970 to 1984, both teams were powerhouses. They were both in the playoffs every year, and they both played in games that are now considered classics. Games like the Immaculate Reception, the Sea of Hands, and the Hail Mary. The Cowboys were coached by Tom Landry, one of the greatest and most innovative coaches the game has ever seen, with his doomsday defense and his flex offense. The Raiders were coached by two Hall of Famers, the legendary John Madden and the underappreciated Tom Flores, two men who brilliantly won games while dealing with the league's most abrasive owner. The Cowboys had a roster full of great players and Hall of Famers like Roger Staubach, Tony Dorsett, Bob Lilly, and Danny White. During this time period, the Cowboys went to 5 Super Bowls and won 2 of them. They were unquestionably the NFC's most dominant team. The Raiders could match them superstar for superstar, with names like Kenny Stabler, Fred Biletnikoff, Gene Upshaw, Art Shell, and Willie Brown. They would go to 3 Super Bowls during this period, and they would win all 3. Yet for all of the dominance that both teams enjoyed for a decade and a half, they never played each other in a Super Bowl. They were like that mismatched couple in a romantic comedy. When one of them was single, the other would be in a relationship, or vice versa. When both were single and one would be ready to pledge their love for the other one would get cold feet. The situation wasn't helped by the fact that the NFL of the 1970s was the era with the deepest and toughest championship teams in league history. The Dolphins, the Steelers, the Vikings, and the Rams were always there to provide bruising competition. In 1970, the Cowboys defeated the 49ers in the NFC Championship game to reach their first Super Bowl. But earlier that day, the Raiders lost to the Baltimore Colts in the AFC Championship game to prevent the matchup. In 1975, the Cowboys defeated the Rams in the NFC Championship game to go to the Super Bowl. But again on that same day, the Raiders lost to the Steelers in the AFC Championship game. In 1977, for the third time in 8 years, the Cowboys again reached the Super Bowl, defeating the Vikings in the NFC. But once again, for the third time in 8 years, the Raiders lost to the Broncos in the AFC. In 1980, the tide turned. The Raiders defeated the Chargers to go to the Super Bowl, only for the Cowboys to lose earlier that day to the Eagles in the NFC. It just goes to show you that sometimes the sports gods are cruel. They leave you wondering what if, and in the end you may say to yourself, it just wasn't meant to be. What do you think? Leave a comment and let me know what you guys think about the Raiders and the Cowboys missing each other. Please like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys next time.